Hi, good morning guys, thanks for joining me. For those of us that live in the UK, you can certainly tell now that autumn is knocking at the door. Just as I was walking through the woodlands this morning, you can just see all the bracken just starting to turn. And I was out down the local woodlands yesterday, just at the back of the house where I live, and again the leaves were starting to change, all the berries were starting to change. So with that being said, for those of us that live in the UK certainly know at autumn time there's a lot of rain forecast. So at this time of year there's three kind of things which you always like to do. One of those is to make sure that all my gear is waterproofed. The second is to make sure that everything's replenished in my fire kit, certainly as we start coming into the colder months, just making sure that I've got all the items that I need. And thirdly is to make sure that all the steels and everything that I use are always protected. Over the years I must have tried hundreds of different kind of products out there, everything from WD-40s, just cheap household oils and the likes. But around about 5 or 6 years ago I was actually put onto a really good product by LT Wright when it was I brought one of his knives. And the product which he always recommends for his knives, his leather and everything like that is a product called Ballistol. So when it's actually come just to doing a little bit of research about Ballistol, I was actually amazed all about its uses, its applications and certainly its history. So Ballistol's been around for around about 100 years, and it was around about 1905, something like that, that the German army wanted an oil that they could pretty much use on all the weapons. That's where the word Ballistol comes from, it just stands for ballistic oil. But they also wanted a product that they could use for cleaning things, protecting all the leathers, all the rifles, the knives, everything that they're going to use into battle. So Ballistol actually came out of this one here, which is the universal oil. So all them uses you can still use in today's applications. Like I mentioned, that's something which we're going to run through. But again, you know, if it says that you need an oil, you're just going to carry one thing, whether it's just for protecting metal, leather, plastics, wood, whatever it may be. Ballistol claim to be able to do it all. So we just take a look how this Ballistol actually comes. You can actually buy it in aerosol form. You can actually buy it just in a bottle with the liquid, or you can also buy it just in one of these magic marker kind of pens. And the beauty about Ballistol is they do various different products for various different things. If you look on their website, they've got everything from gun care, leather care, wood care, pet care, hair care, skin care, you name it, Ballistol seem to make it. But the beauty about the universal oil is the fact that you can also use this for the majority of them applications as well. So we just start off with the aerosol can. This is a 200ml can and you're going to pay anywhere between £8 and £10 for them. I am led to believe that you can actually buy bigger cans and smaller cans around about 100ml and also 400ml. But again, obviously, the price is going to be changing with the size of the cans that you're going to buy. The downside of the can is just down to its size and also the cumberness of it. It just means then that these are the kind of things that I'd opt to keep in the house. From time to time I'd just spray it on a rag, just keep it in a little baggie, and then I'd always go to town if anything needed protecting or anything needed cleaning. One of the other forms which you can actually buy it in is just in liquid form, just in a little glass bottle here. This is a 50ml bottle. Again, exactly the same kind of oil, same kind of uses, but with it being a small little bottle, it just means it's easily to store away. Again, if it says you didn't want to carry it in a glass bottle, you can just decant this down and just keep it in a small little plastic bottle. And again, then you've always got some good quality oil for all the different applications at hand. Now, probably the best way which I can carry it in, and the easiest form which I can actually carry it in, is in one of these little pens. And I actually came across this on Amazon the other day. I will leave all the links in the description box of where you can actually get this stuff from. And this Ballistol here, again, you're going to pay around about £8 to £9 for it, but the convenience of it, certainly going to make that price worthwhile. And the beauty of it is, once the oil's actually gone, it's quite easily then filled up just by using one of these little bottles of oil here. Like I mentioned at the beginning, Ballistol does claim to have 1001 uses. I probably won't use 990 of those. But like I mentioned, this time of the year, autumn here in the UK, there's certainly a lot of humidity about, whether that's in the form of rain, fog or mist, wherever it may be. And also with everything being damp, if it is that you're going to be cutting through wet wood, you've also then got to start looking after the steel work again. But like I mentioned, the beauty about Ballistol, you can use it on the steel work, you can use it on the wood, and you can also use it on the leather. And just like the axe, when it comes to using it on a knife, you can just use it in exactly the same kind of manner. And like I mentioned at the beginning, it was recommended by LT to use on his knives, so I've actually been using it on this one for about 5 or 6 years. And again, you can use it on all the steel work, on micarta, on leather, on kydex, whatever it may be, it's going to clean and protect. And the beauty about using it on leather is the fact it has got an ingredient in it which actually kills bacteria and moulds and the likes. So if it is that your sheath's getting wet, and it's starting to go a little bit mouldy, using something like Ballistol will eradicate that, reproof and also protect the leather. So again, walking boots, belts, if you've got leather possibles pouches, you know, any kind of leather straps on, haversacks and the likes, you can actually use this, just like I'm doing at the moment. I suppose also it's going to be safe on the wooden handles, on things like the little ferro rod. You can also just put it on the rod itself, just to stop it oxidising, just as it's sitting out in the elements, just in the sheath here. And as well as protecting all the larger tools which you use, it's always here for the smaller things. Again, if you want to use it on pocket knives, it's going to be perfect. The beauty about Ballistol, it doesn't go through the process just before it's about to harden when it goes tacky. So it means if you use it on any of the blades, any of the hinges, wherever it may be, it just means it's not going to gum up and you're going to have a load of stuff all stuck inside the workings. And again, use it on things like pliers, wire cutters, Leatherman tools, saws. Again, it's always going to be at hand. And the beauty about this little pen, it's just going to make it just a little bit more precise. So when it says that you want to use it on things like the hinges, wherever it may be, whether it's on the blades, on the pliers, it's just a case of just painting it on. It's just going to seep into the workings, it's just going to eradicate any moisture. It's also going to stop any rust from forming any deeper down into the metal. And again, just having this at hand, it's just going to make job, you know, just a lot easier for myself. And I've actually brought just a couple of these. I've actually just keep one of these just in the little shooting kit which I've got, again just for maintaining the rifles, whether I just want to use it just on the metal work, the wood, plastics, wherever it may be. And I've also kept one of these just in the carving set which I've got, again for when it comes to oiling blades, you know, whether that's on the hook knives or just on the carving knives. And again, with it being food safe, it just means then if I did want to just put it on a little knife that I'm going to use for prepared food with, it just means then it's going to be non-toxic. But like I did say, it has got a little bit of a pungent smell to it. And again, if you don't like that smell, if you're going to use it on a knife which you're going to use for prepared food, they do actually do an odourless, a tasteless version of the same kind of oil. So just running alongside some of the uses that I like to use Ballistol for, I actually went on their website and just pulled off some of the uses, what they claim it can be used for. So what they say it can be used for is anything on firearms, lock, stock and barrel. So again, anything like woodwork, metalwork, if you've got leather slings and the likes, it's going to be able to protect them. It's a mild alkali, so it does neutralise acids out of skins, salt, sweat, and certainly if you do see them on barrels, when you get the fingerprints and they may start to corrode over time, this will wipe them off and neutralise all that. It's a leather protector, so sheaths, axe masks, leather pouches, belts, boots, straps on rucksacks, haversacks, wherever it may be, and this Ballistol is going to clean, protect and also nourish the leather. It protects and preserves wood, so again handles on axes, knives, all the little handles just on the wood carving tools. Excellent on fishing tackle, so things like reels. It's going to eradicate any kind of salt water. You can use it to clean the eyes up if you've got any kind of gunk in them, or just protecting basically metal work. It's also safe on plastics as well, if it is going to be fishing around rivers. You know, certainly in the salt it's going to start corroding things. It just means then it's going to protect all that kind of stuff. It's food safe, skin safe and environmentally friendly. So again, if it is going to use it on your food prep knife, it's certainly going to be safe for that. But like I mentioned, it has got a little bit of a pungent smell to it, so they do actually make an oil which is odourless and also tasteless. Or something it says here for folding knives, pliers, etc. Again, the same thing on saw blades, just to make sure that things are free and you can move, like I've actually just showed you there, just on the little wire cutters. An interesting one, it says it removes the hardened black soot from glass doors and wood burning stoves and fireplaces. So again, if it has got the wood burning stoves and the glass is all blackened up, that this stuff's supposed to be able to remove that. And it says it will also clean and protect Cardex and micarta. So again, sheath materials, handle materials, it's going to look after all that kind of stuff. So just showing you, if you just carry it just in a small bottle, like I mentioned, if you don't want to carry it in a glass bottle, easily decanted over into a plastic bottle. It just means then you've got something at hand. Certainly if you're out for a few days and things need protecting and looking after, you can actually just apply this and pretty much forget about it, because you know that this stuff is going to be working. It's going to be cleaning all your stuff, it's also going to be protecting all your stuff, just making sure then when the time comes that everything's going to be in good working order. So there we have it guys, just a little bit about the Ballistol Universal Oil. The woodsman's friend, the angler's friend, the hunter's friend, the homeowner's friend, you name it, this Ballistol oil pretty much seems like it can do it all. So it's certainly worth checking out their website, just about the oils as well. They also make other products which you may be interested in. So like always guys, I'll just leave and say thanks a lot for you stopping by and watching the video. Like always, until next time, you take care, I'll see you again.